The Ebony Herald International magazine has held its 16th public lecture and honor ceremony at Merit House, Abuja, attracting dignitaries from various sectors. The event, themed Insecurity and Economic Development in Nigeria, Breaking the Cycle of Corruption, Poverty, and Violence, featured guest speaker Dr. Ahmad Sojo, who stressed the need for community empowerment and effective palliative measures.
Take care of his children, you should stop giving birth to children. Simple. So it's parenting that is at fault, not necessarily government. Only multiplying our poverty. Our people don't need palliative. Our people need enablement so that they can provide for themselves. This one that you provide deep freezers to people who do not have electricity and expect them to power the deep freezers with firewood, that cannot work. We need to create enablement for people. If you realize that the people need to be developed, do an off-grid solar power station for them in their village. Once they have power, they will think of what to do with the power. And once they have water, they have good hospitals, they have good schools, the rest is for them to also make their own contributions to develop themselves. We can continue to learn because education is the only liberating factor that our kids need to have so that they can confront the challenges of life rather than we closing down schools and sending children at home. Very, very important. Now, what is the connection between security and economic development? Because we're saying, insecurity and economic development. Yes, is there a connect? I tell you, there is a connect. There is no development without security. You can't develop an inch of your country if you are not secure. So the major vehicle for you to develop is actually to be in a secure environment. You cannot have agricultural activities if you are not secure. You cannot go to the farm if you are not secure. You cannot rear animals if you are not secure. You cannot go to the river and conduct fisheries if you are not secure. So security is a first requirement for development.
Of how we can get children to school. I think in as much as is individual responsibility, I also think is a community responsibility. I will align with your thoughts, sir, but I will diverse a little. If you have the capacity to raise other children, don't overlook it. Don't. What do I mean? My children are in school, and I see people around me that the parents don't have capacity to fund them. Take it as your own responsibility. And I will tell you the reason. The child you think you are protecting today, the next neighbor to you, if you don't protect the interest of that child or your neighbors, they will be the one to kill the child you have protected. So take it as your own responsibility, personal responsibility. I have over 10 children in school. I don't know their whereabouts. I don't know their parents. I'm not interested in knowing their parents. They are in school on my account. Whether you are in public school, you are in private school, they are in school. School is school. You are in school. So, as many as you can help, go all out to help somebody. Just one person. Make sure you are adding value to somebody, not only your children. The mistake we make most of the time is only to concentrate on our own. You nurture your child, you do everything, and one bandit will just come and kill that child. What if that bandit was next door neighbor before now, and you have trained that child? You've raised that bandit not to become a bandit. You've trained that person, maybe in handwork, maybe in school, or something else. What will have come out of it? The person won't have become what he did not plan to be. So my own advice is that in as much as you are raising your own children, raise other people's children.
In my life, but I've trained over 20 children up to university level. That it's not something, but you see, we have also lost community. Madam, whether you like it or not, we have lost community. Parents go to school and beat up teachers for correcting their children. And when we're growing up, neighbors could discipline you. Today, if a neighbor disciplines you, that neighbor is in trouble with their parents. We have lost the sense of community. It's the community that parenting is number one. Number two is community life. We have lost both of them. No parenting, no community life. Then how do you even correct another person's child when that person sees you as hostile when you talk to the child? I'm sorry, but we need to recalibrate our country. Thank you very much.
Speaking to journalists, the publisher, Ahojila Gidido, said the awards aim to encourage citizens contributing to peace and unity across Nigeria.
We want the whole nation to know that Ebony Herald is turning 16th. That is one. Then two, we want this avenue to be a way of telling the whole world that social media shouldn't be the issue of killing the main media outfits. Because initially when we started production, you produce 4,000, 3,005, you hardly see unsold of 50 copies. But these days, when you produce 3,005, you'll be surprised when the vendors are returning the unsold. You see as much as 3,300 copies. Are we saying that only 200 copies are being sold? Then this thing indirectly is affecting the employment of some journalists. And to keep journalists on board and to keep them employed, we need to cultivate the habit of reading, not just going on social media to scoop lies or to believe in lies. Read the truth and know the truth through the main medium. Thank you so much. So many organizations that has much to do with reading, like Association of Say No to Falsehood, Association of True Journalism, and so many other associations that I belong to. So we believe in reading, and reading should be a serious thing. When you don't stop reading, definitely you are indirectly going old and you are collapsing your brain. So you must learn cultivate the habit of reading. It's very important.
Okay, finally, sir.